So if you look at me at all times, okay.
Okay.
Could you tell me your name, title, and a little bit about yourself, your background?
My name is Jessica Dutton. I am an English language learner teacher at the high school level. I have been teaching English language learners for 20 years, actually in this school. And I've been the department head, and I've also been a coordinator for the school for a while before Pativa. Um, but mostly, my passion is to work with students and be in the classroom.
So, in your eyes, what is the biggest challenge students are facing when it comes to the access to opportunities for English learners?
The biggest hurdles that they have to overcome at the high school level are that they are coming into ninth grade with little or no high school credits and no language, and many times very low literacy in their first language and no literacy in English. So the mountain is so high for them to come in ninth grade, and in 4 years the expectation is that they are acquiring enough English to be able to graduate with the same requirements that a regular American born student who's been in the system since kindergarten has those same requirements for graduation. So the struggle for the teachers at the high school level is to get kids enough English to be able to understand their content and support in their content areas, and then move their language up to a level that they can graduate and then attend college if they choose, or go into the workforce.
Um, what has been working for English learner students?
What has been working in the classroom for them? Um, Smaller classes that focus on their language learning, and then pairing that with help in their content area classroom, so that, for example, their regular English class or math or science has an additional teacher that helps support them, support the curriculum, maybe modify the curriculum, make it equitable for them to be able to understand the standards and really earn a grade that is reflective on what they know.
What has not been working or working against it?
Working against it would be that we can't really do that to the level that we want to. Ideally, there would be two teachers in every classroom mixed with regular students and English language learners, to be able to support them in the content areas. But those many times, those classes have one regular teacher who's not trained for English language learners, has many of those students thrown in their classroom. They don't know what to do with them. They try in some cases. In other cases, it's just a pass along or try or fail, and they would have to repeat. It's very difficult for the English language learner teachers because we have to be advocates along with classroom teachers, and we can't be everywhere at once. So it makes that job very, very difficult.
Can you tell me about your experience with challenges in ensuring access to strong teaching for students?
Challenges are always money related, time related, personnel related. We have really great ELL teachers here, and very knowledgeable, understand how to teach language and acquisition. We've been trained in various types of curriculum and PSYOP instruction to be able to get to these learners. But like I said, there are 5 ELL teachers for almost 300 students. And it's not doable for us to be everywhere and to help train other teachers to be able to have those students in their classroom successfully. These students need extra programs, they need after school help, they need things to help them bridge the gap between their native language and English, and the culture gap as well, so that they can graduate in the 4 years.
Um, let's talk about funding. Can you tell me what it means for you? What practical additional funding would do for you?
I think it would do amazing things. It would give us more teachers and help us get our class sizes smaller. It's really difficult to teach a class size of 30 plus students that all are at a beginning level of English. The need in that classroom is so high that one person can't fulfill that. Like I said, the special programs like the summer school that we do to give them extra credits and bridge the gap, after school programs to help them with homework or any missing links with curriculum, even a person on site who could help them, in addition to a guidance counselor and a coordinator, help them in the bridge gaps in the community, find jobs, find different jobs for some of them that are not able to work that night position and come to school, all of those things.
Since you've been here for a long time, even prior from beginning this program, could you tell me what was the difference, like how this has helped and make a difference between those students that are participating in what you have now and those 10 years ago that didn't have this access?
I think that there is more focus on them, and that focus puts us more in the spotlight and gets people to understand more what it is like to be an English language learner and what they need to be successful. Previously, we were kind of this little population over here that no one really paid attention to, and as long as they were, I was able to get my 10 kids or 15 kids to graduate, we were all good. But it's so much more than that. It's not just about graduation. It's about giving them a real education and giving them English and survival skills, and then for them to feel comfortable in the culture so that they can go ahead and go out there. 4 years or 3 years is a very little bit of time, and then they're out in the world, and they don't really have that support after they leave here. So
what will happen if we don't help this generation of students?
What will happen is that we'll lose a lot of them. They will leave. They do leave when they don't have support. If they can't have access to classes and curriculum, they don't stay. They go to work. They'll keep repeating the cycle with their own children. They will not grow in their literacy. They won't be able to help the community. It will pull down. It can have the potential to pull down our schools or any schools, academic achievement, and so on.
So what was one thing you were surprised to learn about the English learner? So meaning, what is the one thing you want everyone to know about the English learners?
I think I want them to know that they're just like my own kids at home and your own kids, and that they need all of that plus more. They need someone to just empathize with them, support them, and they need to know that someone is there and that the gaps that they have are so much more than we could possibly understand.
What are the misconceptions?
Like that they're literate in their first language, that they just came over here with their family, that they go home every day and they get a meal on their table and they have a bed to sleep in and they have someone who supports them. They don't really understand necessarily that these students may be living with non-family members or themselves. They're working full time. They are moving around to different locations. They have zero support at home most of the time, not parents there, not even aunts and uncles, or the extended family is charging them rent and having them, contribute to the household. These are very difficult situations that a lot of average American students don't have to deal with.
Why is it important for advocates to focus on resource equity?
Because without it, there's no future for these students. We are not able to sustain what we're doing, and what we're doing right now is a drop in the bucket for what we need to be doing. And the only way to do that is to have support from, state and federal avenues, and also financial support, because the more students we have, the teachers are not increasing. We're staying the same. Our programs are not increasing. We're staying the same. But we have students enter the school all year long with the same needs.
Finally, what would you tell a room full of community leaders if you wanted them to be active advocates for this issue?
I would tell them to come see us, come talk to students, come see where they live, come see what they do in school, out of school. And come talk to teachers. Come see what we do with the little that we have, and see how much that we need.
There's anything else you would like to add?
think so.
A success story of students
Um,
that you've seen.
I have seen a lot of successes because I teach at the high school level. There is a lot of many students that I am still in touch with after they graduate. They're in the community. I had one student that came back last year, maybe from 10 years ago. He came back and gave me flowers and he said, "I just want to thank you for starting me." This student has just earned his master's degree and works in the community for banking. He's done a lot with Wilmington University and Del Tech, and that makes me feel like that is everything. Because if I can get a student to get to that level after leaving me and then start to be an advocate for their own community, that is what I like to see. I'm happy when they come out and have jobs and are able to sustain their families and themselves and not have to rely on others. But when I see them go to college and I see the pictures that they graduated and that they're moving on and that a lot of them are in the process of getting their citizenship or their residency and those things are happening for them, that is what is, in my book, is successful, because now they're able to be in the community and give back. So